Let me say since, baby, since we've been together, oh, loving you forever is what I need. Oh, I'm just singing till y'all get here. How you doing, Alfreda Gross? Heartstring? Uh-huh. Shirlene Smith? Mm-hmm. How y'all doing? Good afternoon, wherever you're at. Well, I was throwing through this. Hi, Yvette Fleur, Nicole C., Kevin Moore. They could say, oh, no, Timothy, not again. Why are you going back over that one? Well, child, I was strolling through the YouTube, and I happened across, because I look at everybody. I mean, I look at a few minutes of them, right, to see if there's anything out there that I can talk about that is interesting to me, correct? So what I stumbled into on today was this boy, this Tyesse Jackson. He's on here, still got his nose up this, actually it's Larry Reid's ass that he's kissing. But he's still talking about this story of this child molester. Is it Dwayne Youngblood, right? So I want y'all to hear a little bit of this, because as Black people, we have a responsibility. Just like when we watch these Republicans and we say, well, why won't somebody speak up? Why won't anybody say that this is bullshit, what he's doing? Why have they allowed Donald Trump to lead us into this ditch, which he's managed to do in 2 months? So I feel like somebody should say something, and I'm going to say something, correct? Here's why I want to say something. Because pedophilia, it is a very serious thing. It is not fodder for this little YouTube bullshit, right? And this boy is so offensive on the subject of pedophilia, since he wants to come on here and pretend that he's so concerned about the victims of pedophilia. Correct? It's not a comfortable subject for me, but I've certainly been through it. And then he wants to switch off now and defend a convicted child molester because he wants to impress Larry Reid. It is so sickening. It is the same kind of way it's sickening as Kellyanne Conway and some of these airhead blondes that Donald Trump hires to come up here, and no matter what he does, no matter how dumb it is, no matter how much money it costs us, no matter how many jobs he's destroyed, over 200,000, no matter what he does, they come and try to spin it and make it sound like he's doing something good or something right. And they know good and goddamn well it's all wrong. Correct? So I'm going to play a little bit of this, and we're going to pick it up and see if there's anything worth discussing here. But yes, I am a YouTuber. I talk about what's on YouTube. If you don't want nobody to talk about it, don't bring your ass over here. Okay? It's as simple as that.
It's a good point, Bees on Mars. Here is the thing. I don't know how we learn or try to get an ascertaination. That is not a word, Taes. I don't know how we ascertain the mind of predators if you're not going to talk to a predator. Mm-hmm. I don't know how. How do you get the mind of somebody and figure out how to protect other people if you don't talk to the person that was the predator?
Okay, so she's still trying to find justification for Larry Reid bringing his child molester onto his channel to tell his side of the story. The victor becomes the victim started as a victor, whatever. That damn show when he had his Youngblood on his channel, correct? You seem like that would be a dead story by now, right? But no, he wants to come on because he has made him, I don't know if he's self-appointed himself or Larry Reid has actually got him on a payroll of some sort, but he's doing what these Republican assholes do to protect Donald Trump, right? Because that's all Donald Trump has around him is these goddamn kiss asses, correct? So the point is this. Here's what's so offensive about this, because pedophilia, it is a serious subject. I don't know that it should be handled by these amateurs on YouTube. Correct? Not in a casual way, not with jokes and all this kind of shit, right? We're talking about a convicted child molester here, right? One who's done it, not only accused of it, but been convicted of it several times, right? One who has gotten released from prison and went right back to it, right? Just all this child molesting and this pedophilia that is going on for years and years, something like 20 years, right? Since they were in their early 20s, this is going on, right? By the predator. He comes on to defend the predator, because Larry Reid says, oh, he was the victim. That's why he did it. Someone leaning into you does not make you have desire for children for the rest of your life. That is such bullshit. First of all, you're not even a victim, correct? You said somebody tried to kiss you. Nigga, you's a grown-ass man. Don't you know how to say no? You trying to say that that contributes to who you are today? Sir, this whole story is so offensive. But I want to get a little more. I want y'all to see what the hell I'm talking about here. This person's name is Tyesse Jackson. Come on, let me see.
I'm just saying.
Say it.
Yeah, please get the likes. So what are the likes looking like right now, everybody? What are we looking like? What are the likes looking like? Anybody? Because I believe the title B's was something like, when the predator, something like that. People, when predators.
Girl, shut up. Have you already gotten Larry Reid? Haven't you got your nose up his ass enough already? Why do you have to come back over here and repeat the same goddamn thing? Defending a child molester, a convicted child molester. You never say anything about the actual victims, because there are actual real victims. Real victims where a judge, a United States judge, has determined that this person should go to prison, not for 6 months, but for the original case. What was it? 10 years? That's a serious child molester, correct? You don't say a goddamn thing about actual people who have been molested. You got to talk about, he leaned into me. You stay that same old stupid ass, bullshit ass story, right? He called me from a bathtub. Since when is that in the goddamn rule book? You can't call nobody from the bathtub? Well, now we have cell phones. I don't know if they had them then or not. Now we have cell phones. You can call somebody from anywhere. Where are you being molested at? I'm trying to figure out. See, Larry Reid created this goddamn story about this dude being such a victim, whatever his motivation is, right? They totally go over it, because the story is about TD Jakes and this fool Youngblood, correct? They totally ignore the fact that this urchin who just got out of prison and is a convicted child molester is trying to shake this man down for $6 million. And they are so offended that the man didn't give him the $6 million. Just give him the $6 million. Just give him, sounds just like Donald Trump. Donald Trump, what the Asian, what was it, Chinese, whatever said, and they retaliated today with their tariffs. Oh, why did they retaliate? He panicked. Why did he retaliate? Ain't this a bitch? You're just trying to claim billions, perhaps $1 trillion from their economy, and you're amazed that he actually implied his own tariffs. It's the same goddamn thing. A professional ass kisser, a disgusting person, right? Because he's done all this because Taes has no interest in this story. His only interest in this story is that he has to prove himself to Larry Reid. So Larry Reid will still keep coming on his show every night, correct? Right? Larry Reid, no, he needed a new mouthpiece. Larry Reid used to have his person on here who would spin and tell his side of the story, which was Conscious TV. right? This had gone on for several years. Tyesse saw an opportunity. Let me go over there and then get him, correct? And so he even started sending him, he started sending Larry Reid, the one who claimed to be a millionaire, he started sending him hundreds of dollars, right? And then Conscious TV had the discernment to recognize, oh, this guy, he's up to something. He's trying to actually get Larry Reid from me, correct? So he said, listen, you sent Larry Reid $200. I've talked about it with him. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to double your $200. I'm going to send you $400. I want you to leave him alone. And he wants to be left alone by you because he's aware of me doing this. Oh, I see in the chat, you also sent $12. I know I'm repeating. Forgive me, people. You also sent $12 into my chat thinking you could play me right in my face. You're playing in my face while you trying to steal my what do you call it? Source. I'm going to send you the $12 back. Correct? Right? And I think that's the same day that woman come here and cussed your ass out. Rumors and babies, don't do that. I'm trying to concentrate, please. My baby speaks English. Anyway, what I was saying was this. This boy has had his nose up far that boy's ass since that time, right? It's got to be every day. What Larry said. Everything was what Larry said. Everything was, girl, you got to repeat everything that Larry said. And that's where he came up with the 888, all that. I don't know if he's going to, do you have a prophecy? Right? Because your master, he's claiming to be a prophet. So that's why he's demanding 888 from everybody. That like the numbers mean something. But you get, what do the numbers mean to you, Tyesse Jackson? Right? Oh, Larry said, I get money this way. Larry said, right? So you're willing then to come to these black people and con them. And actually, you want to make this this child molester a hero. He's a hero, right? Because he's a victim. And everyone who's covered this story, everyone who's talked about this story, and I've covered it from the beginning or near the beginning, right? Every single person wants to know one question. It is, how are you a victim? Larry Reid has him on his show, right? And they try to drag in TD Jakes into the story, right? Because TD Jakes is the only one got any money, right? And we saw that quickly turn into a $6 million demand. But the point is, the story was shit. Ain't nobody want to listen to no damn child molester talk about how he's the victim and he ain't never been molested. Correct? Right? Oh, shit, I got to try to stay up with this shit. Let me take a break. Talk to y'all before I forget all my details. Happy Friday, everyone, says Heartstring. We'll be right back. Hi, Ronnie Q. Kevin Moore. Sounds like another good old reading session to me. I ain't got in that ass yet, honey. But he is so that's the key thing to do. Let him keep on talking.
Turn into whatever. I forgot the title, but it was a really well thought out title. Well, the son made it about Larry when he DM'd. Okay, all right. Oh, you talking about Jake's son? Okay. Elder Tyesse,
you don't want TD Jake's son to say anything about this motherfucker trying to extort $6 million from him, calling him a goddamn child molester. And if he did, if he was exposed, outing him for whatever little story you had, child, all this stuff he's done to his father, and all he said to you was, I know you. Remember, I remember you from the church, right? You shouldn't do this. Right. You should watch what you're doing. And then that means that you feel a victim now. Oh, he said that to me. How could he say that to me? I feel threatened. I don't want to go outside. So, all these lies. You're very much like Trump people. You just make shit up, correct? And you have no gumption, Miss Thing, right? Because you're following behind Larry Reid because you want Larry Reid to continue to support your channel, not only with his presence, but with his money and his followers' money. Correct, Tyesse Jackson? But I don't think that the son did anything. If you did that to my goddamn daddy, nigga, you would deal with a whole lot more. Then you need to be careful with that. You crazy. But you have to also understand these people. Tyesse Jackson is crazy. That's why he gets so upset when everybody says, "Oh, you gotta stop diagnosing people. You gotta stop. You are a diagnosed ass kisser. That's what you are, honey. And it is embarrassing because you're supposed to be a man."
I just learned about hebephilia, and that is something that Brother Youngboy could have helped unpack. Okay, Michelle, I'm not trying to be here this long, Michelle, but let me look it up, baby. Hold on. This is not that type of show today, y'all. This is a drop-in. Hebephilia, honey. Let me look this up, Michelle, because I don't know what that is.
Yeah, let's find another way to defend the child molester.
Michelle, But everybody, if you keep giving her coverage, she's gonna keep going. Because at this point, girl, ain't nobody interested in what you got going on. Nobody cares. Gigi. Thank y'all for joining over on Patreon. Thank y'all.
Okay.
Decide whether to throw it out, move forward, impart, or just.
I can't deal with no more of that. Okay. Where was I at? I was saying, how y'all doing? This is about a good old Reid. I ain't got it for that ass, but this person is disgusting. And he makes a reason why I feel comfortable going and doing this, because many people will say, "But damn, Timothy, the damn thing is over with. You already know what kind of person you're dealing with. Let him go and do his channel, talk his shit over there." No, hell no. Right? All the way through his video, he's called, I guess, the other content creators are slop bucket. We're slop buckets. Is that what you say? He doesn't use any name because he's a coward. And I actually heard Larry Reid tell him, just don't say the name. Just don't say the name. So you don't say the name, and that way you can get away with talking shit about people, correct? Is that right? Because you're so smart? If you were smart, you would come up with your own ideas. Everything would not have to be pulled from Larry Reid's asshole, correct? But Larry Reid made the switch. He switched from Conscious TV over to your ass, right? Your plot and plan, it worked, correct, Tyesse Jackson? But I think you do yourself a disservice because you have no integrity. That's one of the words that is a Larry Reid word. I'm integral. I'm integral. That's why they give me money. I'm integral. Okay, so you're integral. So therefore, I'm supposed to give you $100,000 because you said you're rich. You're integral. Therefore, I'm supposed to believe your prophecies. You're not integral. You're not a person who will come and tell the truth. You're just like what we've been witnessing with these damn Republicans. All these senators, all these congressmen who are too afraid to offend the king, the master. Right? You don't want to say anything because you don't want a Larry Reid to go elsewhere. Correct? You're a master at kissing ass. It is an embarrassment. What y'all doing? Y'all gonna come to my birthday on Sunday? April the 6th. Hi, Ronnie Q. It's just so sickening just to be over there kissing a grown man's ass like that, child. Larry said. It's just like what Larry said. It's just like what Larry said. Do you guys know when he started telling everybody that they were all beneath him and they were all dumb and all? He got all that directly out of Larry Reid's asshole. Larry Reid, I told you, I discussed this with him years ago, honey, where he feels like he's got talent and nobody else has talent, right? Right? He is offended by the very presence of other YouTubers, correct? If you're so talented, take your ass to the stage some goddamn where and sing a song. Sing a song, make it happen. Apparently, he says that he is a singer. That's why he feels like he is a star he is a talent. And the rest of us, particularly the beef sector, have no talent. I don't know if you're judging talent by do you dance, or people have different kinds of talents, because if you are a believer in God, you're believing, then you will recognize that God gives us all talents, all kinds of talents. Everybody coming on YouTube and running your goddamn mouth is not a talent to me. That ain't shit. But you've convinced this goddamn stupid ass Tyesse child that he got some kind of talent. So when Larry Reid said it, you would say, well, he does produce things and he has sang songs and he was a preacher and he can run a church or all, whatever, and he's supposed to be a prophet and all those kind of things. That's why Larry Reid was saying, I have talent, and they don't have none, correct? Taes bring his big ass over here, and all of a sudden now he got talent, right? And they're all beneath him, correct? Then he started attacking all the people on his panel, right? Oh, you bringing that trash over here. They ain't got no talent. They ain't got no, I'm the star of the show. I'm the queen. They didn't want to say that to the queen and all this old bullshit. Just like you're listening to Larry Reid. So don't be so obvious with your worship of another man. The man don't want your ass. We've seen Larry Reid's type. You are not it in this thing. I keep telling you, you're a fucking big blobbergoo. You look so ridiculous, all down up in the goddamn chair, coming out here to say, oh, they ain't got no talent. What Larry said. What Larry said. This thing, he doesn't want that girl. You're not ever going to be able to romance him, correct? He only wanted to use you because he knew he could spot a sellout. He knew how easy it was to purchase you. And he came over there with his little pocketbook and he purchased your ass, right? And you've been a faithful servant ever since. I'd much rather see conversation from a man, a person with his own ideas, a person who will speak for what's right. They would not just care that I'm on that side, I'm on Larry's side, I'm on Larry's side. You have drawn that boy so tightly into this story that they really need to be coming after Larry Reid. And I'm sure if they dug hard enough, they could uncover plenty about Larry Reid. Correct? That's another one. You never say a goddamn thing about his allegations. What about all the shit that boy Buddha came and exposed about Larry Reid? You have no comment? Wasn't one of those people also accusing him of being fucking with him when he's underage? Didn't he have the same kind of scandal? Not a mention of it. The ones that are convicted, the ones that are taken to court, not a mention of any of their victims, right? It's only, let me calm down. Not a mention of any of the actual victims, correct? And what about all that shit that Larry Reid said he's integral? Well, if he's so integral, why has his life been shrouded by lies? All the lies about the sexual experiences, all the lies about the various kinds of fetishes, all the lies about the relationships with the men who live in his house, all the lies about the relationship with his actual wife, all the lies. It is the lies. I'm just like Candy said, honey, it is the lies, the lies, the lies. And people come and constantly telling you how integral they are. And that's why we're supposed to give you our money, because you're integral. I'm just saying, honey, it'd be better for you don't say shit than to come on here, keep dragging this goddamn story about this young blood child molester girl and then trying to sell all these people on it, right? So you got all the people in your audience, correct? Now, some of these are mothers and so forth, right? I wonder how they would feel if some grown ass man were to molest their sons. Right? You done partnered with the goddamn child molester who does it over and over and over and over again. How do you justify that, Kelly and Conway? Prophet Lovey, oh, I didn't follow that story. Prophet Lovey is paying him as well. He got that dude from King Jives. What's the one he just lost the lawsuit? Now, the boy won his lawsuit. He's claiming several, how much money was it? I forget, $50,000 or something like that. And all of a sudden now, he's on Tyesse page every day. Hey, ding dong. God damn, you done tore up everything. Come here. Excuse me a minute. Look at this. Get him bum in there. Come on. Move it, boy. Move it, soldier. Look at all this. Lord have mercy. Don't you know that the people on YouTube would screenshot my floor and say I'm nasty? Get it bum in there. Okay, so now he's added to his repertoire is this dude Felton, who does not agree with his lifestyle, right? But he's willing to make concessions, right? Because he considers this clout. He went over and to hurt King Jives, the person who gave him his break on YouTube, to hurt him, he went over there and started pleading the case for this Felton guy. Now the Felton guy is over there on his page as well, right? Because now he has a platform. Why? Because they know Tyesse Jackson is a reliable ass kisser, correct? He'll come over, you know, we can give him $50 and he'll be kissing our ass for the next 6 months. It is pitiful. It is pathetic. I am sorry. I have to say it, honey. And you say, well, what's your business, Timothy? Well, anything in my business, girl. You think Donald Trump likes all these goddamn people? You got 100 pages laid up at the same time talking about his ass? Hell no, right? You want to be in public office? That's what it is, honey. You want to be a YouTuber? That's what it is, baby. We're going to question this bullshit that you're over there feeding these black people. Those are our people you're lying to. You know good and goddamn well that boy has not been, he hasn't even been molested, and yet he can come on there and claim that he is the victim. And fuck the rest of them. They don't count, except they're the actual victims. They're the reasons you were sent to prison time and time again. Oh yeah, Felton's over there. He's over there damn near every day now. That's his plot. Everybody wants them an ass kisser, a place where they can come and dump on the rest of the people and convince them what is blue is actually red. Pitiful. Tyesse, please go lay down forever, says Jesse. Just say, oh, my baby, yeah, he goes to the dungeon. That's actually my boudoir. Can you say gullible? Gullible. Oh, that's his followers. Well, look at all the people. Donald Trump has 75 million of them. Right? And now they're starting to feel the pain, baby. Y'all been up here backing up this fool, marching in the streets, voting for him, believing all his bullshit, child. And look what's happening. Can we just lock the blob and all? He can eat buffet. Ooh, he wouldn't stop. He wouldn't, honey. You can, when you're over there on his page, you can see at some point he gonna switch off to food. What's the plan for the next meal, right? He don't whatever. Saying felon child ain't nobody. That boy Larry Reid had his idea for this goddamn story he wanted to do, and so he put him on there, and they just made up the Jake's thing, right? What? Oh, what? You know Jake's? Yeah. When I was youngster, he hit on me. Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with him hitting on you, to tell you the truth. You may, he was the past. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He was an elder passing through, speaking at your church, honey. Correct? Man to man. Man to man. You were a grown man. He was a grown man. Did he put his dick in you? No. What did he do to you? He leaned. Well, if you took all the drama out of it, let's just say he leaned into me. Because that's the truth, right? Then you come up with some story. Why now, honey, I've been in this gay shit my whole life. I've been in this gay shit for over 50 years, right? To say that you drove somebody to a house to have dinner, and then the next day they're going to call your house and they're going to promise you take care of you for the rest of your life, right? And he hasn't even kissed you. You rejected his kiss. If you rejected his kiss, that means you're not interested, correct? So why in the hell would he want to take care of you for the rest of your life? You are a liar. You're a pathological liar. You're going to be trying to sell some goddamn book. People are, generally speaking, not interested in the confessions of a child molester, honey. You had to make it interesting. Put some sauce on it, correct? Correct? And then when you compound it, you'll say, well, TD Jakes, we can get money out of this. I don't know how guilty this lawyer dude is. His name keeps popping up about anybody with any kind of celebrity, correct? So who came up with the idea of the number $6 million? But that is a shakedown. Why would he give you $6 million? Because he leaned into you? When you were in some woman's house, where was the woman at? If this thing was so offensive and all this shit, well, you had to be talking about it for 30 years. Talk about them boys. Talk about the 14-year-olds and the 13-year-olds that you molested. Talk about your case. That's what you need to talk about. Nobody want to read no boring ass book about how, when I was a kid, somebody touched my shoulder. He touched my shoulder. I feel so dirty. No, I'm sorry. I got that wrong. You said he touched your shoulder and you died. You died. Didn't you also confess that you were an active homosexual at that time? So why would someone leaning into you make you die? I don't understand that. I can assume you mean die emotionally. You are scarred now. You are traumatized. Tyesse over there trying to act like he knows something. He's some kind of goddamn psychiatrist or doctor. No, you have experience with doctors, all right. Your own. You got to stop diagnosing people. That does not make you a doctor. It doesn't make you qualified to unravel the mind of this convicted child molester, honey. Right? No remorse whatsoever. He get out of prison and start making his plans. Right? He wants to appear on television. He wants to, let me go on Larry Reid's show. I know he'll expose anything, right? Correct? Then you want to write your book. So that's coming. Well, you're going to be trying to promote this book. Girl, I know the book business very well, believe me. That ain't no seller. What you going to do? Put TD Jakes' face on the cover? You got no problem trying to ruin somebody else's life. Not that I think there's anything wrong if he is got homosexual tendencies, but the point is, you know who his audience is and how affected they are because they've been listening to this bullshit for 60 years. Correct? Parasites. That's what you are, honey. He said, he said he died. I don't know. Do you come back to life? Who brought you back? The sad thing is William and Larisha have played before. Oh, was that some tea drop? Who in the hell gonna play with William McCray, honey? I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. Right. But I know one goddamn thing. Larry Reid is not gonna give Tyesse none. No, baby. He likes them muscle bound. They don't even talk about that. That boy Buddha dropped the story, and they don't even mention that, honey. They mentioned it for the first week. That boy dropped the story. Well, that's not a denial. He came with receipts, right? So you are the one that has all these secrets. You have a whole lot more secrets than TD Jakes. I can assure you of that. So you might have chose the wrong one. But now Felton's over there. He's over there damn near every night. Every time I peek in everywhere. That's how I get my stories, right? What's he coming over there for? Because you hate jives? What's the point? because you are bought and paid for, right? And they know that they can feed their bullshit through you. The fact that he's a anti-homosexual, all that rhetoric and bullshit that he says, it does not affect you at all, girl. Why? Because you're for sale. You'll say anything. Constantly over there talking about who all the gut bucket, all the slop bucket YouTubers, right? He can't help himself. That is true, his true nature. But some of the slop bucket punks are going to swing back, girl. Right, Trump? What's going on, St. James? Yeah, that boy over there running his mouth about the same old damn tired ass story. Is Larry paying him? St. James and Darius, y'all know, y'all been following him. Does Larry Reid actually pay them on a regular basis? Y'all know? I don't know why he feels like he has to constantly kiss that boy's ass. Unless he's actually getting paid. It's got to be that. Plus, Larry Reid sends his followers over to Tyesse's page and they give him money. That's who's giving him the 888, right? Because the 888 is supposed to be for prophecy, which Larry Reid, he ain't got no power either. But he convinced them that you're going to get a blessing. You're going to get a blessing. All that old church bullshit, child. But why he just pop up now? All he needs all these donations, right? He's convinced that if he sticks close to Larry Reid, he'll become rich. No, I told you when I talked to you the last month or 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I told you then they're going to give you money for a while. They're going to get tired of you because you are so full of shit. They're going to get tired of you and they're going to stop, girl. It's happened to them. It's certainly happened to everybody over here. I don't know why you think you're so special, because Larry Reid told you, oh, you guys, I've listened to him. You got the talent. They don't have the talent like you. Really? So you pass along the talent? What is Tyesse's talent? What is it? Does he tap dance? What does he do? He says he has the talent because that's what you said. He said 888, send you 888 because that's what you said. Correct? Them which is paid employees. Well, he became curious as to why Larry Reid had Conscious TV was so close. And he went over there to try to disrupt that, right? And he even started giving Larry Reid money himself to try to get Larry Reid's attention. And for some reason or other, Larry Reid fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. And he's over there every day. Since when does Larry Reid go to somebody else's page every day, right? He went over there because he knew this is someone who could be easily manipulated and easily purchased. Throw him $50 or whatever. That's 3 or 4 weeks worth of ass kissing. You know, good and goddamn well, people wouldn't even be over there. The 888 people, they wouldn't even be over there if it wasn't for Larry Reid. So she's a conniving, devious kind of queen. The talent is ordering DoorDash. He does that well, honey. He has been dropping in, leaving Tyesse. $500 super chats. Oh, wait a minute. What's this T? Cotton. Prophet Laurie. Have I ever seen him? I'm not sure. There was some kind of scandal with him, right? Has been dropping in Tyesse. $500 super chats. Oh, I think Larry set that up. Okay. They use him. Right there, his mouthpiece over here on YouTube. They also send them their followers. Oh, they breaking off 500 at a time. I think the initial donation from Larry was $500, right? He started from that very night, repeating everything Larry Reid says. I don't think it's necessary, Tyesse Jackson, for you to go back into this thing with this young blood. We're not interested in his story. He's nothing but a manipulator his own goddamn self. He's trying to get back in business. He's going to be trying to promote his books. He's going to try to get the sympathy of the church so he can con his way back into another church full of young teenagers. He is a predator. I mean, what does it take to understand the man's a predator? Damn, some people are bank robbers. Some people are murderers. Oh, when he was a child, he saw a gun and they put the gun on his hang, they put it on his hang, and that's why he started killing people. Really. You have to understand attraction, right? Obviously, this fool is attracted to pre-adolescent boys, 12 to 14. It is very obvious that is his attraction. That doesn't come from somebody touching you. All that bullshit. Oh, when I was a child, somebody touched me. Somebody leaned into me. That made me a child predator. No, that is your attraction. It is something within you. We don't understand exactly how that happens or how a grown-ass man is still attracted to people who he should have been attracted to when he was 14. Just kids playing, right? But no, somehow or other, whatever the thing that goes on in the brain that gets twisted, it is your attraction. That's what you're attracted to, honey. Stop trying to blame it on somebody else. Reid come up with this harebrained story. Oh, I'm gonna make this story about the big, because he's always looking for excuses for his own goddamn self, right? Larry Reid still can't say he gay. He always says them, the LGBT. How could you talk to them like that? No, it's not them, it's you. Correct? You've always got a way to try to tie this to, oh, I was molested since I was 8. I remember he was on Tyesse Madison show that time. Them boys let his ass have it, honey. I mean, they clowned him so bad. And then he talking about the very first taste I ever tasted was of a man's balls and all this on shit, right? Any excuse to why you desire what you desire. I don't believe it happens that way. I was molested at 11 years old. I was molested at 11 years old. What makes you think that gay kids can be molested just like straight kids? Everybody is not straight and then they become gay because somebody touched them. Some people are already gay. Like for me, at 11 years old, I was a homosexual kid. I had never done anything sexual, anything like that, right? But I was still susceptible to be molested, just like a straight boy, right? That didn't change my desires, honey. It didn't have me going around the country chasing dick for the rest of my goddamn life. And then when I get caught, and you got caught, young blood, you need to take responsibility for your actions. You need to be sorry. Not trying to turn it into $1. They were devastated when Jace came back with that roundhouse. Bam, bitch! Motherfucker, I'll see you in court. They think everybody supposed to take their goddamn abuse and just pay them. They actually believe that. Oh, why did you make such a big deal? You could have just gave him the $6 million. Tell a bitch, I wouldn't give you $6, nigga. What he did was the right thing to do. He's in the bushes, smart by nature. He used to bring his ass over here, lurking. Then he always gonna accuse everybody else. Oh, they saw my video, and then they gonna make a video about my video. Nigga, what do you think YouTube is? What is it? Where do you think the content comes from? You think you're doing something so different? What is the story of young blood fall from the sky? Or since it came from Larry, that's in the family. Larry came from Larry. You cruise this YouTube like everybody else, and you talk about what you choose to talk about, girl. You ain't nothing special about you. And I don't give a goddamn what Larry Reid told you, nigga. You are not talented. You are not talented, honey. Unless you can sing me a song, unless you can be funny, you can do a comedy act, unless you can act in a movie, unless you can do something extraordinary, something unusual, you are not talented. So you need to stop saying that, because those were Larry Reid's words, and they were based on his history as a singer and a preacher and a prophet. so he says, and a prophet, and he's written several books. This is why he said he was talented. You come out and bring your big ass out here talking about you a talent. I got the talent. They don't got no talent like me. They don't. He bringing all this trash from the street. They ain't got the talent. You have a very exaggerated opinion of yourself, Tyesse Jackson. Larry Reid recognizes a weakness in you, right? Just like they recognize a weakness in Donald Trump. All I got to do is tell him he got a full head of hair, honey, right? Right, and then he's gonna fall in love with me. You're so insecure, so shallow that it doesn't take that much. That's why they're going over there at Tyesse Jackson. You're nothing but a puppet. You're their puppet. Let me see. What else y'all say? Oh, I didn't know they were over there giving them cash, $5 cash apps. I think a lot of that is bullshit, though, people. Because somebody is online and telling you people are giving them $500, $1,000, and $700 every night. No offense, 5'8", but they used to do that kind of shit over here too, right? Priming the pump, right? People, they said that's why they always showing you the phone. They want evidence because they know they're liars. So they always showing you, look how I got 888. Look, somebody just gave me 500. Somebody just gave me 600. Look, I got 700. Why is it necessary for you to show us what you got? Because somebody just typing that in and they don't actually give you the money. They have a way to take it down after you have showed it, but you have to show it, right? Another trick of Larry Reid. You know who else I've seen do that very same thing? Tyesse Jackson, Larry Reid. Larry Reid where was he just out of town showing you how much he got? He got 50,000. I got $50,000, right? We don't know if there's somebody over there giving fake numbers. We have no way of identifying that at all. Correct? But it's something right out of that boy's asshole. Admit it. Talent. Ain't nobody got no talent. They all YouTube uploaders. Oh, they all YouTube uploaders. They don't have the talent. They just. I said, well, God damn, boy. At least try to mask your ass kissing. That's what Larry Reid says. He said it to me years ago. Why to check his ass? Because my parrot can talk about gay church folk. Who cares? Does he even go to church, child? Child, he go to church. He goes to church so he can have stories. He can talk about church, honey, because he knows people are suckers for church. We are African Americans. We believe in God. We believe in the church. All of them go to church, right? And so I don't know how he gets away with all of the nasty, disgusting shit he talks, and then try to sell that to all these church people. Then he goes over there, and another thing that offends me, he goes and steals these people music. Usually he starts his show. You got to listen to a half hour, 45 minutes of nothing but him stealing these people. What was the song? Ain't God say I'm going. How that song go? Ain't God. He has a woman on there stealing her music. Wait, something about Satan. Stay down, Satan. I'm coming fast, or whatever the shit is, child. He plays that for 45 minutes, get you all primed up, honey. Then he immediately starts the begging because Larry Reid told him to beg in the beginning, beg in the middle, and beg at the end. And he's a professional. And when that money shuts down, like it does for most people, it's going to be devastating to you, boy. Devastating. They are so mean and nasty to people. Oh, yeah, he tells the people in the audience to shut up. He going to block them, talk to them like dogs, honey. He talks to them like dogs. If I was a little bit better at this goddamn fingering, I could let you hear the voice myself.
Or just move forward with everything. So it's three scenarios, right? Dismiss the whole thing in part or move forward with everything intact. So that's what the judge is weighing, you know. And so we haven't heard a lot, from the parties until recently. We heard Bishop Jakes go on the Today Show. Bishop Jakes went on the Today Show and basically talked about the medical incident that he had, and then the reporter asked about the case, and so
Tyesse Jackson, since you've spent so much time talking about how you are there to support the victims, you want to talk about the victims of? Isn't it uncomfortable for you to be over here defending a child molester? I mean, you trying to act like, oh, you can't say he's a child molester. He was accused. No, he was not accused. He was convicted. Now, even the meanest judges in America are not going to send you away for 10 years because you were accused. Correct? Isn't that kind of a contradiction, Tyesse Jackson? How do you justify that in your brain? I'm asking the same questions of you that I ask every day about Trump supporters and about all them paid assholes that follow him around. It's the same kind of thing, child. How do you make that make sense? I don't care. I just want the money. I just want the money. That is the exact reason why he hooked up with that boy Larry Reid live. I guess Larry Reid's solution is he don't even talk about all the shit he was accused of by Buddha. Them birds of a feather, they flock together. Okay, Darius. Like dogs. No offense, dogs. Shit. Niggas is crazy, child. They all congregating on his page now. So it's not integrity, Larry Reid, it's the lack of integrity. The lack of integrity is what you possess. That's how you're able to come and tell these people that you are a prophet. That takes big balls to con your own people. And you have conned thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. You said you conned them out of over $1 million, correct? You buy all your jewelry and you buy Rolls Royces and you living in big houses with 12 rooms in them and all this kind of stuff, right? And it's all based on a lie. You are not a prophet. Oh, Israel, ye have killed the prophets. Did God know that they won't bring them back to where you live in Atlanta, Georgia? Prophets all over the place. They got prophet councils, y'all. All get together and see how you can raise money. You want Tyesse to move to Atlanta? Come closer to Florida. That boy pitiful. What do you gain when you sell your soul? You sell your soul, honey. It's for sale. And it's just so crazy. Why are you over there with that Felton dude? Right? The only connection you had to Felton was that he was suing King Jives. So he got his judgment. So what is your relationship with him now? You have to support him now, right? How much does he cash app you, Tyesse Jackson? So you will kiss his ass publicly and allow him to come and spew his lies, right? Some people are weak-minded. They can be scammed and conned. Yep, that's why Larry Reid brought his people over there, honey. He said, I got this one here. I got this one for 50,000. It's awful. Scam artists. Anyway, people, this is just something I bumped into. Y'all are all invited to my birthday on Sunday. I'll be 67 years old. No matter what the people say, I made it to 67 years old. Hey, if I die tonight, woo! Already done. Thank y'all for coming in. God bless you. Later.